name is Norman Muhammad Norawi, but I'm known as Dr. Norman Norawi. I'm a medical doctor for 23 years. I practice in my own clinic, but I practice more on nutritional medicine, by which I teach people how to take care of their health with what they eat. Yes. Okay, basically nutrition is the key for your health, but most of the information that we get about nutrition actually is misleading and also is really confusing to the people. So people really need to learn the actual nutritional knowledge on how to take care of their health, because most of the time what we heard and what is actual scientific evidence is totally different. Like most of us think that fat is bad. In actual fact, evidence have shown fat is very essential for your health. The need for this kind of information to be conveyed to the public is very essential, because nowadays most of the what we call the non-communicable disease like hypertension, cardiovascular disease, cancers, even mental illness, is also related to the nutrition that we eat. So knowing what to eat, what not to eat is very important to take care of our health. The problem with current technology, we are so exposed to internet. We can get any information through Google. The problem is people are browsing and they get so much information, but they know which one is right, which one is wrong. That is where they have to get proper knowledge from a proper doctor or professionals those really know about the knowledge of nutrition. Then only they can get a proper knowledge, because if they just read, they'll get confused, because so many information is there from so many people. So as what Quran said, if you want to know something, you ask from someone who knows. So that is where people like me who know something is trying to convey to the public, to the community as whole, what is the correct knowledge on nutrition. And government should take care of this, the food security parts, with conveying a correct message on nutrition. Like the problem in the modern world now, we are eating too much of processed food. Mainly all the processed food are made from a cheap material, and also it's so cheap. Like a biscuit, you just open it and eat. Like white bread, so easy to get. But at the end, if you take this kind of food, too much of carbohydrate, at the end you will suffer from diabetes, you will suffer from obesity, even you are full. That's why when you have obesity and diabetes, you can end up with so many other health problems. So this is where the food security, as I said just now, we need to make sure the food that they can access is a healthy food, one thing. And then they must be aware of the danger of too much of carbohydrate, especially the processed carbohydrate. The difference between what the olden people eat, what the ancient people eat, what the people before 1900 eats, is the processed food. Because they don't take processed food, they take all the natural food. Though they don't have money, they are poor, but they are accessible to fruits. They can plant their own whatever they want, and they can get fish from their own village, from the rivers. They can get it anywhere without money, but that are healthy foods. That's why there's no disease those times. Diabetes rate is so low before 1900. Obesity is a rare thing before 1900. But what happened now in the modern times, we are accessible to only unhealthy foods. Lack of organic food is just because of lack of awareness. Because organic food is not something that you practice. You did practice organic food before, so you just go back to what we have practiced before, using all the organic materials. You don't use so much chemical, you don't use so much of pesticides, insecticide in your practice of plantation like that. It has been practiced in a palm oil plantation in Malaysia, because we are considered as an organic plantation, because that's why our oil is so healthy. So it's not something impossible. I think for Pakistan, I think you can actually, you have such a huge land area, you can replant it with whatever that is good and healthy food, like your fruits, even whatever you can plant here. I'm not really sure what is your kind of plantation that you have here, but you can go back to that kind of plantation, go back to the organic roots, and that is where we can get a good and secure foods, especially the healthy foods. The awareness can be used by what we have, the technology now, the information technology. Yeah, the information technology that we have now through the social media, through the internet, through the YouTube. You can use that to create awareness, because most of the people are watching this. They are watching the social media, they are watching the Instagram, they are watching the YouTube. So we make sure people are aware that there is this kind of information available in this kind of social media which they can access. they have just to listen only, because they can listen to their handphones. They can watch it anywhere they want. The only thing they need is the internet connection. That's all. Most of us lacking the awareness of nutrition, especially the correct one. What they heard about nutrition is the wrong one. Always when they talk about nutrition, they talk about the calories, about the cholesterol, about the bad fats and everything, which is wrong. Which we have to correct the conception, the preconception, which is wrong. We want to correct it. Then only they can take care of the health. Food wastage, basically because we have too much foods. The food that we always waste, actually more of a processed food basically, and more of a restaurant food. People like to eat a lot, but at the end they didn't realize how much they can eat actually. So at the end they waste whatever that they have been served. So that is where it starts. So another one is you must be aware that there are some people without no food. So these are the people that we, as the people who have too much food, should give to those people who have less food. Right? I did that program in Malaysia also. We are supplying food to the homeless, to those who are poor and everything in Malaysia. That's how I think. When we have that kind of awareness that food is so precious, even we have so much money, we still take care of our food, not to eat too much. And then the eating of too much, get back to the original nutrition. If you eat the wrong kind of nutrition, you tend to eat more. And that's the whole idea. That's why you need to have that knowledge. When you eat right, you eat less. When you eat wrong, you eat more, and then you waste your food. That's my idea. We must learn to unlearn what we believed before on nutrition, because there's a lot of new studies, new findings, new evidence from actually millions of studies have shown what we believed before basically is all wrong. So we need to relearn new things on nutrition, especially because that's where the difference between you are getting illness or not. Because if you continue to eat the same way what we have learned before, I think this is what happened. This is what you see now, because for the past 30-40 years, people have been eating wrong. So you must know that you need to learn. That's my idea. Ready to learn a new thing.